Origin of species and continent formation, a puzzling dance. The diversity of life on Earth is truly astounding. From towering redwoods to microscopic bacteria, millions of species coexist in a delicate balance. But how did this incredible variety arise? This question, the origin of species, has captivated scientists for centuries. In 1859, Charles Darwin revolutionized our understanding with his theory of evolution by natural selection. This theory proposes that all living things share a common ancestor and that gradual changes over generations lead to new species. Darwin argued that organisms with traits best suited to their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce, passing these advantageous traits onto their offspring. Over time, this process can lead to the emergence of entirely new species. While Darwin's theory provides a powerful framework for understanding the origin of species, it doesn't explain everything. For instance, how do continents drift and reshape the distribution of life across the globe? This is where the concept of continent formation comes in. The theory of plate tectonics, developed in the 20th century, proposes that Earth's crust is made up of several rigid plates that constantly move. These movements can explain the current configuration of continents, suggesting they were once joined together in a supercontinent called Pangaea. Over millions of years, Pangaea fractured, leading to the continents we see today. The link between continent formation and the origin of species is fascinating. As continents drifted apart, populations of organisms became geographically isolated. Exposed to different environments and selective pressures, these isolated populations gradually diverged, eventually evolving into distinct species. For example, the current distribution of similar but distinct plant and animal species on continents like South America and Africa can be explained by their shared past as part of Pangaea. Understanding both evolution and continent formation is crucial for piecing together the grand puzzle of life on Earth. The movement of continents created opportunities for diversification, while natural selection drove the evolution of new species within these changing environments. These two processes, acting in concert, have resulted in the incredible tapestry of life we witness today. However, the story doesn't end there. Research into continental drift and its impact on climate patterns and ocean currents continues to shed light on the complex interplay between geography and evolution. The future holds promise for even deeper insights into how the dance between continent formation and the origin of species has shaped the history of life on our planet.
Global warming. Preventing the poles from melting, a race against time. Global warming, caused primarily by the emission of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, is arguably the most pressing environmental challenge facing humanity today. One of its most concerning consequences is the accelerated melting of polar ice caps and glaciers. This melting disrupts ecosystems, raises sea levels, and threatens coastal communities worldwide. The question remains, can we prevent the poles from melting altogether? Unfortunately, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. Due to the sheer amount of greenhouse gases already released, some level of melting is likely inevitable. However, there's still hope. By taking decisive action to curb emissions and develop innovative solutions, we can significantly slow the rate of melting and mitigate its worst impacts. The primary strategy involves aggressively transitioning away from fossil fuels, the main source of greenhouse gas emissions. This requires a global effort to embrace renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and geothermal power. Investing in energy-efficient technologies and sustainable practices are also crucial steps. While reducing emissions is essential, some scientists are exploring geoengineering solutions to directly address polar ice melt. These proposals, still in their early stages, are controversial. One concept involves reflecting sunlight back into space by injecting reflective particles into the atmosphere. Another suggests towing icebergs away from warmer waters to slow their melting. The potential benefits of these ideas must be weighed carefully against their possible risks and unintended consequences. Beyond grand solutions, focusing on local efforts also plays a significant role. Protecting and restoring ecosystems like mangrove forests can provide natural buffers against rising sea levels. Educating communities about the urgency of climate change and empowering them to adapt to its effects are equally important. The fight to prevent the poles from melting is a race against time. The longer we delay action, the more difficult and expensive it becomes. By implementing a multifaceted approach that combines emission reduction, technological innovation, and local adaptation strategies, we can still turn the tide on this global challenge. The future of our planet and its inhabitants hinges on our collective will to act decisively.